Shalom everyone. Today, Tuesday, Baruch Hashem, at the Medina's house, starting medical treatment on Shabbat. That's why continuing. We're on page 81, Halacha. It's Siman 328, Halacha 87. So we asked if today we're going to discuss interesting topics. Number one, it's a very common question. If one can use cream, lotion on Shabbat. What about baby oil? What about exercising on Shabbat? Is that permitted? Can I go jogging? Can I do push-ups? Can I do some exercise to the degree that I'll sweat? Maybe take a shower later. Can go like that to shul? If someone used to jog every morning for his health, Shabbat comes, can he do that? What about walking after eating on Shabbat the Kiddush? You know, it's heavy food sometimes. We eat a lot. If I just want to go walking out, not for the sake of, fresh air. I just want to walk outside for the sake of health. So is that considered some sort of medical treatment? Is that permitted on Shabbat? What about people that wants to do a diet on Shabbat? Is that permitted? Is it permitted on Shabbat to sit in the sun in order to become a suntan? Is that permitted on Shabbat? All these questions, God willing, we're going to discuss today. Whoever hears us live, Shalom Aleichem, Doug and David, God bless. You should answer Amen to the Beracha when you hear it live. Baruch Ato Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehakol nihiyo bidvaro.
Amen. Amen.
Okay, so the halacha says, we've learned last time, if you have a spray that you want to use to freshen your breath, you may use it on Shabbat, no problem. It's not considered as a medical treatment on Shabbat. Now, it is permissible to rub one's hands. It's regard to the oil and the lotion and the cream. It said it's permissible to rub one's hand with oil if it is pleasurable, as long as his hands are not chapped on and he does not need the oil as a treatment. That's something probably he's doing every day. He's doing tilat yadayim in the morning, and you always put cream, oil. No, please pay attention. This is we're talking about oil. It's liquid. Unlike heavy, thick cream, which is forbidden on Shabbat. Ashkenazi permit to put in a certain point and it smear it by itself. It's okay to use a liquidish cream. Some of them are usually the cheap one. They're very liquidish and you can use. Or you can use what you like, prepare yourself, just add water to it. And what's the test? You take this cream and you pour it. If it comes out, it means this is liquidish. If those you press and the cream comes up like that, this is not permitted to be used. Okay. It's thick, almost like Vaseline. Okay? It is also forbidden, however, to supply oil on one's skin and to rub it in forcefully. For this reason, even a healthy person may not have a vigorous massage, but he may have a mild massage. Someone who has sprained his back or neck and is in a terrible pain and must rest in bed is considered to be moderately ill. He may have even a vigorous massage on Shabbat. It's part of Shabbat pleasure time and so forth and so on.
He's listening. Yeah.
Okay? So that's the idea. You may use liquid baby's oil on Shabbat, and any cream, any lotion that is also liquid form.
And if it's not liquid, then you just add a little bit of water and it's good.
Before Shabbat.
Oh, before. Oh,
you can't do it on Shabbat itself. Okay? So before Shabbat, you prepare, this is your lotion for Shabbat. Some people cannot stand it. Every morning they have a very dry skin and they suffer. They're literally suffering. Dry skin makes them bother them and they scratch it. It's ruined the Shabbat. Especially in the face, under the eyes, around the nose. And it's something they used to do. So prepare yourself. Now let's talk a little bit about exercising on Shabbat. So you know it's debate among the rabbis, the poskim. Some poskim rule that it is forbidden to do exercise on Shabbat, even if the exercise does not cause one to work up a sweat, since this is a weekday activity. So if it's a weekday activity, leave it to the weekday's activity. Shabbat is a special day. She dedicate for Seudot, for Torah learning, relaxation, on next Shabbat. If you need to go ahead and lift heavy weights, somebody could be muktzeh, or let's say you do without lifting weights. Let's say you do push-ups, okay, or push down, or whatever you want to call it. So it's also working out some sort of sweat, and it's not so simple. Okay, so what's the idea here? The idea here is it forbidden or is it permitted to do hit'amlut, exercise on Shabbat? Can I go to LA Fitness on Shabbat?
Oh no. Oh no.
Can I go to the JCC? Unfortunately, it's open on Shabbat. Okay, so the halacha says that some poskim says no, some poskim say yes. So some poskim rule that it is forbidden to exercise only when one plans to work up a sweat. This is forbidden on Shabbat since it is considered a medical treatment and it is included in the general prohibition against all medical treatments, as long as the person does not intend to work up a sweat. However, it is permitted technically. The halacha is like the second opinion, but it is most fitting to refrain from all exercising on Shabbat. Anyone who does refrain from it will receive a special blessing from heaven. So, yes, you may do some exercise, you may do some push-ups, you can stretch your back, you can stretch your body, you can take it lightly. You cannot do exercise like you do on the weekdays. You definitely cannot go to LA Fitness, just even if you walk, even if you don't need to show them anything, because there is a music there, level muktzeh. It's not activity that's suitable for the Shabbat or Yom Tov. At your home, at your own private area, it's fine, it's different. Okay? What about walking after eating? It's a great custom people have it. By the way, it's also recommended every time you have food to walk a little bit. Anytime, during the weekdays also. Rabbi says in the Gemara, I think it was Rabbi Yehuda, he says in the Gemara that he can heal anybody for any type of sickness in the world, except the one that never eats, never walk for 2 or 3 meters, few steps after he eats. He said that the sicknesses that comes as a result of no activity after eating, it's devastating.
Wow.
And especially those days, they used to eat by the leaning on the left side, on cushions, on low seats. Even today, people in Arab countries eat that way. Or in Asia, they sit on the floor. I know in Morocco, in Yemen, they sit on cushions. Some of them, it's heavy food, they can fall asleep. And they've been doing it for years. Every lunch. that can bring a lot of great sicknesses. Okay? And he says every time you eat, after you eat, you should walk a little bit. Let the body work.
Right.
Help you digest the food. So what about Shabbat? If I walk, it's for health reasons. Is that considered a medical treatment on Shabbat? So the halacha says that it is permissible to go out for a walk on Shabbat after eating, even if one does so for one's health, since it is not obvious that to the observer that this is one's intention. You walk. Everybody walks on Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know if this is for health reason or not health reason, and all good. Comprende? See. What about jogging? People like to jog. People jogging every morning. Is that permitted to jog on Shabbat?
No.
I'm not talking the whole week. I'm talking Shabbat only. So Elishama thinks that this is not permitted, and we'll see what Allah has to say about it. If it's permitted, you're going to start jog.
Mm-hmm.
Or exercise? No.
Exercise no.
Someone who jogs every morning for his health and
Yes.
works up a sweat in the process must
Continue.
refrain from jogging on Shabbat.
You see?
He may walk briskly,
Walk with her.
okay, softly, easily. However, in a manner that does not cause him to sweat. So,
So-
still, you can walk outside. You can do even a little bit,
Power walking?
power walking, okay, but not running.
No, then-
By the way, running is permitted on Shabbat only for very few little cases. Who can tell me what cases?
I
It's
know.
permitted on Shabbat to run, not as jogging,
Yeah,
but running on Shabbat.
I know.
Can you add the hot water?
One of them is from your home straight to the synagogue, but you cannot stop, so you have to keep going. The other one is if it starts raining and you're walking out of the synagogue, you can run.
Okay, so you're very close. So Jesse says, Tadama. Jesse says that running from home, you don't stop. First of all, you can stop. Secondly, why would one would run to shul? Because it's late. So if that causes you to run, come out late earlier. But definitely you can run because people know that you run to shul.
Yeah.
It's not jogging. For a sake of mitzvah. Some says even if you leave the shul, you know now you're running for kiddush.
Yeah.
If it's an emergency, save someone's life. Yeah, now,
Isn't it good also to sweat? The sweats?
sweat is
Also
not
good?
good on Shabbat.
Is it-
Separate on
doesn't it-
Shabbat. If the result of it will be that you sweat, it's not up to you. But if someone will see you running in the middle of the day of Shabbat, there's no tefillah, kiddush is over, they won't know that you run for someone sick to save someone's life.
Right.
If they know that you're a doctor, they know, oh, probably there's an emergency. So what's going to be the cheshbon now? He says, now, can I run or I cannot run? The halacha says, you don't even think about it. If it's about saving people's life, you run. No, regardless of what other people think. Because you're endangering the patient's life. Why are you running? You're running to call a doctor. You're running to get a phone, or whatever. Okay, so under some circumstances, it is permitted to run on Shabbat. Jogging, prohibited.
No can do.
Okay? You can have a power walk, no problem. Someone who suffered from a heart attack and has been ordered by his doctor to do certain exercises daily may do these exercises even on Shabbat, and even if his intention is to work up a sweat. This person has a status of someone moderately ill and therefore may engage in medical treatment on Shabbat. Huh?
So
Very good.
Understand? Fahimt?
Yes.
Only if the health is endangered, you may.
Not because the doctor gave you the.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.